for rock aficionados, welcome to the MPJ new rock album review show. Welcome to today's wonderful guests, my usual Paul, the wonderful Lauren, and our new guy, because other people have gone off and done other things, but are coming back. Dave and Dom are coming back, but we're going to stick with Andy anyway. Andy, welcome again to the show.
Hello again.
Right, okay, what do we do? We review the latest rock albums, rate them out of 5, we'll get into our Hall of Fame, and maybe get into our Album of the Year. Who are we reviewing today? We're reviewing an album called Eclipse, the band is called Eclipse, and the album is called Megalomanium. Now, who are Megalomanium? Their band was formed in 1999 in Stockholm by singer, guitarist and bassist Erik Mårtensson and drummer keyboards Anders Berlin. Together with guitarist Magnus Henriksson, they received a record deal with English label Z Records. The band's debut, The Truth and Little More, was released in 2001. Eclipse later received a contract with Italian label Frontier Records and released the second album, or the album Second to None, in 2004. In 2008 they released the album Are You Ready to Rock? And Erik Mårtensson then wrote most of the song material on a side project, Wet, which consisted of members of the work of art Eclipse and Talisman. The self-debut album was released in 2009. In 2012, they released the album Blood and Scream. The title track was released as a single and also became the band's first official video. However, so you get a feel they've been around a while. We have reviewed them before. We reviewed Megalomanium, number 1, the first album, and it did okay. We got 3.4. Let's find out if we think they've improved. Lauren, let's start with you then. What did you think of this?
So when I started the album, Apocalypse Blues gave me like a bit more of a retro sound, and I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be very sort of, I'll admit, I went into it and I was like, it's going to be very run-of-the-mill, it's going to be that sort of sound all the way through. But as things went on, my little emo heart sang. I absolutely loved it. All I Want had like that classic pop-punk emo era of music, anthem feel. Songs like Dive Into You had My Chemical Romance vibes. Like, it was very, I thought it was very much sounded like their song I Don't Love You, which again holds a special place in my heart. I thought there was a really nice sort of variety in sound in places, which kept the album interesting. My main notes that I've got is it's good work music. It is one of those where when I'm in the office, I have wanted to go back to it and listen to it again to see if I can pick anything else out of it. It's not going to make you sit up and take immediate notice. It's a little bit of a slow burner, at least for me it was. And the pop punk influence sounds, chef's kiss, very good for me. Really liked the vocals, and I thought it had a good pacing to it. Overall, really thoroughly enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it.
Andy, similar vibes, or
Probably not as much as Lauren, but I did enjoy it. It was quite good. I think, again, you sort of start listening off again. This is classic rock, but I think it's did have a good amount of variation in it. The slower stuff was really good as well. Like you said, Dive Into You was a pretty darn good song. It had quite good energy as well all the way through it. So I think it was actually pretty good, to be honest. It was a good, solid variation rock album, without a doubt. I really did enjoy it, absolutely.
Right, now somebody always loves to vary it up. Paul, vary this one up. What did you think of Megalomania? Bear in mind you've been a very hard man to please recently. Did this please you somewhat?
Well, yes, we'll have to wait for the marks for that. But it's been a year since Swedish rockers Eclipse released the Megalomanium album to rave reviews. So the question was, could they follow it up with Megalomanium 2? The quick answer is, oh yes, they could, and how. The album blasts off with Apocalypse Blues, They single the spark and fall into my knees when the power ballads of Still My Hero and Dive Into You arrive. At a perfectly timed reflection before the rest of the track continues to bash your eardrums in. Favourite songs above those already mentioned were Until the War's Over and Divide and Conquer.
Ooh. So I would definitely put this in the camp of new wave of classic rock, without any shadow of a doubt. And for me, there was a couple of other bands in there that I think were personally better than this. This was good, particularly Sparks. I think they loaded the first part of the album with really cool stuff, and particularly Spark. Spark was definitely, or the Spark was definitely my favourite. I felt it just got a little bit generic, really. After that, the second half of the album, I got, I compare it to some other bands that we're going to be reviewing this month, and I get it. And don't get me wrong, it's a thoroughly good album, thoroughly enjoyed it, but I don't think it was as good as some of the other albums of this sort of genre this month, if I'm honest. But I enjoyed it. It's really good. Trish absolutely adored it, as you can well imagine. She adored the first album. She absolutely loved this album. I mean, no surprises when her Scar comes out. And again, apologies for not reading notes, but there we go. So, let's find out our scores. Will they beat 3.4? Will they get into our Hall of Fame if they score more than 4? Will they get in to our Album of the Year, maybe? Who knows? Let's find out.
Let's leave Will out of this.
Poor lad.
Let's find out. Lauren.
4.5.
4.5? Whoa, wowzers. Wow, that's a big score. Andy.
3.5 for me.
Ooh, pretty solid.
It's beating the 3.4.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump in. I matched Andy here with a 3.5 as well, so pretty solid. Trish, give this a 5. Everybody, a 5. Everybody.
Well, I'm gonna jump in.
Well, no. You wait. No, you wait. You do not jump in. You wait your moment. I'm building you up, Paul. I'm building you up, my brother. I'm building you up. So don't you jump in. Do not jump. You wait your moment, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very long time coming. Okay, it's been a difficult few months. Okay, where Paul has really not been a happy man, where his scores have been incredibly harsh. Paul, reveal your score. This is super rare for everybody. Paul, reveal your score.
A 5.
It's a 5, everybody! It's a 5! It's a 5 from the Welsh Wizard. 5, Paul. I think that might be your only 5th 5 or 4th 5.
They've got to be good, so yeah.
They've got to be good. This is really good.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Wow. Wowzers. What does that mean? Well, without any shadow of a doubt, everybody, they have got into our Hall of Fame. It's a 4.3 on that score, and I will reveal that it has got our Album of the Month as well, above all of the other records that we have reviewed, including the other stage and the panel as well. This is our most highly rated album of the month, so congratulations to Megalomanium. They'll go on to they won't quite make it automatically into Album of the Year, but they might get a wild card. Could be Paul's wild card. Bearing in mind this is only 5 of the year, I think. It could be Paul's wild card. Who knows? Congratulations, and dwarfed our 3.4 from last year. Well done. And welcome back, Paul. You've been reborn. We hope.
It might change by the end.
It might change by the end of this show. But there we go. Right, congratulations, well done. Thank you to my panel, and thank you to everybody else. Keep on rocking, and please, do you agree? Do you disagree? Hit the like and subscribe and comments button. Why not? Come crazy. And keep on rocking. Goodbye for now.